time, like I always say.
Ready?
Yep.
The unknown zone.
Talk show, talk show.
Zone unknown.
Talk show, talk show.
How the hell you find it?
In your overpriced high-tech telephone.
Deep in your bones.
Underneath a pile of stones.
It's some kind of virus.
Deep in your nose,
in between your toes, smack dab in the middle of your split crotch pantyhose. The unknown show.
Talk show, talk show.
The unknown show.
Talk show, talk show.
The unknown zone.
Talk show.
No.
I knew the answer was no. I just wanted to
No.
pretend it was a real question.
But I've had men pretty much almost, one man in particular say almost to the point that he actually loved me.
Loved you. Was that Seth?
No. And when I used to do the open mics,
Yeah.
I used to do a lot of open mics years ago, and I go to like 3 bars in one night, and I would play, and guys would buy me drinks. No women would buy me drinks, of course, and guys would buy me drinks all the time, and then they would try to get to know me. And then one particular time, 2 guys fought over me. They were drunk though. Okay, so 2 guys were fighting over me.
So let me ask Rochelle, do you think Phil was gay in another lifetime? That's a question.
I know.
She knows.
I know what a fucking question.
I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say yes, for sure. I mean, I don't think that you would have those men chasing after you if there wasn't something you were giving off.
That's quite right.
Good point. So maybe that's why subconsciously I asked Phil if he was gay, if he could allow himself that freedom.
It was my Catholic upbringing, probably. That was.
Right. I know. That's what I'm saying. Our generation, we were not allowed to really explore. If I was, yeah, we'll get to, hold on. When I was young, I did Club Med. I know, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not sorry. I did Club Med when I was in my early 20s, and I slept with a lot of people at Club Med, and I was in the shower one day with like 5 people. One of which was a woman. Yeah. But I wasn't that attracted to her. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Polly. Go ahead.
After the show, I'd like to do an open film night. How about it?
Are you, Polly? I want to ask you a question. Are you feeling like a gay vibe from Phil, or like a pansexual kind of vibe?
Yeah, I think he's into Tinkerbell.
Okay. All right.
Isn't that what pansexual means? You're into Tinkerbell.
Oh, okay.
No, you know what though? If you sleep with a woman and then you come out of it, you're either gay or you're not gay. It doesn't make you gay if you sleep with them, by the way.
So if I know. No, but I don't know what was going on. Mitzi told me to my astrology that I have a hard time enjoying anything without like overanalyzing.
Yeah. Because I definitely did, and I'm definitely not a lesbian.
That's right. I remember that. I remember the chick had the same birthday as your mom.
Yvonne?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It's some mother issues.
I don't know. I can't relate to that.
Yvonne?
Yes, Polly.
Have you ever had a woman come up to you and say, "Let's be friends"?
No, but I did in college. Actually, I had a incident where I was in a class with this woman, and she came on to me like Phil, and she asked me if I wanted to hang out with her. And I was all in my head. I couldn't do it. I went back and forth. You know what? I made her crazy, which I've done with a lot of men too. It's like I was like maybe. And I was all Pisces, right? I was like, maybe. I had a number, and she would keep calling, and then I couldn't answer, and maybe if I would have got drunk and went over, then it would have happened, maybe. Mm-hmm. But you know what I think? But I don't know. So this is the question: am I could I not maybe go all the way also because I'm straight?
Not interested. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I think that also the male, the as they say, the male vibe. Like I'm a very like masculine woman, you know. So a lot of times they think, oh, maybe she is, you know, 'cause,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
right. So
And Phil's more of a feminine man.
he is. He's got a little head tilt. He's got a little.
You knew that was coming.
Send all the fan mail to Yvonne Dillette.
Exactly. So, how much time, Phil? You paying attention to the time?
Yes, I am paying attention. It's 12:16.
Okay. What does that mean? How much time we have?
We did 22 minutes.
We did. Okay. All right. So, Rochelle, would you want to do a mini reading on Phil's dog?
Where is the dog?
I have to go get it.
Just
We
so you
don't
can get the dog.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to.
What's up to
I
you?
can.
Go ahead.
Whatever you feel is best.
It's okay. I mean, it helps when I see the dog. It helps, but it doesn't. It's not necessary. It's not necessary.
All right, then.
You have concerns about the dog? Do you have physical concerns about the dog?
No.
Okay.
I mean, she's just getting older. That's about, you know.
She's older, right? So when I asked for some information before we started this today, I kind of scanned the dog, and the dog's it has a little bit of extra weight, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we have to be careful with the extra weight because I can see a midsection, right? I can see a midsection is a little larger than it needs to be, and due to that, there could be some fatty tumors starting on the lower abdomen area. You know, maybe not right now. I mean, they're fatty tumors, as you know, that's just a fatty tumor, right? But we don't want to have to deal with that. So you want to be careful on what you're feeding and what you're putting into the dog's body and extra stuff. I don't know if you guys give snacks or treats or your own food. But I'm finding that the dog doesn't need to have, it comes up that the weight is an issue. Like, it's not that the dog's huge, but it's not good for the age of the dog, right? So that was the most, and the dog isn't very active, so it likes to lay around a lot. Not that it doesn't get excited and you don't take it out. It's just what the dog does, right? I mean, it's just what it is. It's older. And so we have to be careful, joints. And also, I see the lower abdomen on, I think it's the left-hand side. There definitely could be, just make sure you're feeling around and make sure there's like the little tumors aren't starting, you know? But otherwise, like heart health and organs, they all look good. They look good. I know you say you didn't have a concern, but that's the first thing that came up when I tried to look at the dog, is that there was a concern about the health, and it was due to the age, right? Because I mean, it's inevitable when they get older. There's stuff that starts to happen, and your part in it is going to be to start feeding the dog a little healthier, and no more of what I eat, the dog eats. Yeah.
No, I don't. I never give it that, but other people in the house do. So.
Yeah, right, exactly. But I see it. There's a lot of people food going on, and it's just pieces here and there. But that's what's causing the issue with the weight more so than the food. And make sure you're getting enough moisture in the diet, because the kidneys and just the processing the toxins from the stuff that's going in the body needs to start happening more at the age. It's, you know, you have a chance right now to change it or turn it around. So.
Nice.
What questions do you have? Do you have any questions?
I just have that sounds great. I thank you for that. When I have Poker over the house, she has a whole area in the living room with full of 5 million toys. And of course, when I have Poker people over, even though we haven't had Poker in a long time, she gets very anxious. Can you kind of give something to that effect? Why?
I think it's because Seth and Steve J annoy the shit out of her.
What I hear when I ask her is that she doesn't like things to change. She's very uncomfortable with change. So that's a huge change for her, and it doesn't make sense, right? And it's almost like you didn't ask her, and she's like, what the fuck you doing? You didn't ask me to bring people over. Uh-huh. So she's used to things being a certain way, certain people, and then she doesn't like it to be different. And that's all that is. That's why she's anxious. And then she's going to bother you because you're now paying attention to other people instead of her, you know? So it's just all about her just not liking change.
Do you know what
So
her
should,
sign is, Phil?
should I give like a heads up like I do the rest of the
You
family?
could, yeah, you should talk to her. Yeah. Calming aids help a lot too.
Maybe
So,
she needs sex too.
it could be that. Could be that.
Uh-huh.
CBD oil?
Yeah, CBD oil.
That seems to be the go-to for a lot of things.
Well, it works for that calming. It works great. And great for that
Amazing.
joints of the dog. Yeah.
Right. And I remember you recommended that for my friend Mike's dog, and
It
I was
worked
at
really
Thanksgiving, and it was like amazing.
Yeah.
That's 2 burps for one show. Just letting everyone know.
Yeah, very subpar though.
It was very, yeah.
You're
you know
married,
what?
right? You have a wife, right, Phil?
Yes,
Right. The dog hangs out with your wife?
yes,
Yeah. And she's the one who feeds her the snacks, right?
yes.
Uh-huh. So think about an extension of your wife's personality through the dog. That's all you got. That's enough for you. I know you understand now. Right? So
That's okay. That you hear.
anyways, yeah. So it's just an extension of like to be honest with you, I don't know how much your wife loves when you have poker. So
She doesn't.
right. So the dog's just an extension of her. Like your wife's annoyed, the dog takes on the energy and is responding the way your wife is feeling and thinking.
Interesting.
So that's what I'm hearing. She's just extending the emotional state of the person she's closest to, which is her.
Which animals do all the fucking time. I've heard stories where animals get the illness that their owner has.
Uh-huh. That happened to me and Happy.
What happened? Tell us.
Happy got horrible diarrhea, and then I got it.
Thank you. I almost forgot to even mention. Thank you for bringing that up. I heard what happened was you said you did the show, right? You did the show, first show, and then you had diarrhea for 9 days.
Yeah, and I made a song about it. You want to hear it?
I would love it. We would love it.
Diarrhea, diarrhea. Some people think it's funny, but it's really wet and runny. Diarrhea, diarrhea. The people in the West stick it in their vest. Diarrhea, diarrhea. The people in the East eat it as a feast. Diarrhea,
Oh my
diarrhea. The people in the North throw it back and forth. Diarrhea, diarrhea. Thank you, thank you.
Oh my God. that I don't even know. If I had cheers.
L'chaim. To life, l'chaim.
L'chaim to you, Polly. Well, you know what? I'm sad you had diarrhea, but now I'm actually happy that you had diarrhea because we got a song out of it.
Yeah.
That is some song that could almost be the new theme song to the show.
Perspiration leads to inspiration.
I agree. Right. So now you're feeling better?
Yeah, we're on medication.
Okay. Now that leads me to the next question, Rochelle, is we were going to talk about the medical intuitive part, right? Because you're kind of the whole package. I mean, you can read all different aspects of a person and what they need to heal. And I wondered, and we were talking about, Polly Happy and I were talking about the question to ask you is how might Happy Polly be able to organically or holistically help themselves with this situation?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Happy was diagnosed with clown's disease.
She has trouble digesting clowns.
Yeah.
That's why you guys look the way you do.
That's right.
It makes sense. It all makes sense. All full circle.
I really do feel like there's some sort of parasite issue going on. With
That's my ex-wife.
Yeah. So I would, I honestly, I think there has to be buy-in to the next solution, and I don't think we're there yet. But I think diet would really help, right? And I think cleansing the whole, colon intestinal area. I definitely think parasites were picked up in some food at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that possibly he could get off at some point? I'm not saying to do it. I'm just talking. that
I
maybe,
think all things can be healed naturally.
yeah. Rochelle
Especially
and I
that.
both feel that way. Yeah.
Mhm. I think that they're easy to diagnose that particular thing when they're not totally sure what the issue is.
Right. So what Rochelle is saying, and I'm just going to add to it, is I will tell you an experience I had. I had food poisoning, and I got a homeopathic remedy, and it went away very quickly. And then another time, I felt like I was having, I felt like I had a parasite. And what I did was I ran to the health food store near my job, and I got some apple cider vinegar, and I gulped some down, and I literally had to run to the bathroom, and I felt like I flushed out the parasite, and I felt better right after. So those are just, I'm just saying my experience with holistic, and I think there are probiotics, right? I think there's herbs. I'm just saying, if you were inclined to explore a holistic modality, and definitely even probably just changing your eating and eating mostly organic. Do you eat a lot of processed foods, Polly?
Yeah, I love McDonald's.
Yeah, that could be a. Are you eating it now?
Nah, not today. Maybe later. I want some chicken McNuggets.
Yeah, that would not be a good idea. If I may.
Well, at least they're actually supposedly chicken now.
Oh, now they are chicken? What were they before?
I don't know what they were before, but there's a little more chicken. I have a question for Rochelle. Since Election Day is in 2 days, not that I'm not asking how you're going to vote, but how do you perceive the two presidential candidates?
You can answer it. You don't have to. It's totally up to you. I will
believe,
chime in.
I believe that all is being revealed, and I'm grateful for that.
I like that answer. And that's funny because I was listening to one of my the astrologers I listen to on YouTube, and they said by December it's all going to be different. It's all going to be different. So in a way, some people say, intuitives and astrologers say it doesn't matter who wins, but I think it kind of does. I definitely am voting a different way than I used to, and I like Rochelle without saying it, because I know, obviously, I know what she thinks. That I think it's going to be the right candidate under these circumstances is going to win, and I believe astrologically, Saturn is going into Aquarius in December. I know that doesn't mean much to Polly. Do you know about astrology at all?
Does it go up your ass?
It can.
It can.
Just the important things, right, Polly?
Yeah.
It can. This is great. I'm doing editing while we're talking. It's great. It's going to make my editing job way easier. Well, Saturn's going into Aquarius, and then all these other planets are going to start doing that, right? So in the next 2 years, it looks like we're going to hit a whole new paradigm, and everything, the government and everything, is going to be way different than it's ever been.
Well, hopefully for the better.
Well, I think totally for the better. I think it's going to be for humanity, which Aquarius represents humanity, Polly.
Ah.
So would you consider yourself a humanitarian?
I'm a vegetarian.
Same thing.
Who eats chicken nuggets?
Except chicken nuggets. Gotta have my chicken nuggets.
It's like a pescatarian, except you're a chicken nuggetarian.
Yeah. By the way, I voted for a white old man for president.
That's awesome.
You know what? I think that people. The one thing I want to say about what's going on is that I wish people could see that no one person has caused the problems we're having. It's that they have revealed them. These aren't things that are new in our world. These aren't new things that have been going on. This has been going on under the surface, and you can't fix it if you don't know it, right? So it's just like everybody's a mess because it was lifted. The veil was lifted. This is what we've been living with this whole entire time. None of this like racism or like the sexual stuff, all of that stuff has been going on, but it's been tolerated. So now it's revealed. And we shouldn't tolerate it. We should be pissed off, but we shouldn't say it started in the last 4 years.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's being revealed and it's uncomfortable.
Exactly.
And let's own it and let's get rid of it for real this time. And let's move on and start a new world that doesn't have to have these things, the secrets. It's just, this is all
Rochelle
being
for
revealed.
president. Rochelle for president.
Yay! I love it.
That would work out great. That would kill everybody.
2024.
I'd be right behind
everybody.
the bodyguard.
I would just stab people in the neck with forks. That's how I would handle it.
And I'll think we're going to wrap it up. Thanks, Phil. You didn't tell me about the time. I appreciate that. We're going to wrap it up because I want to make sure Polly's okay because, I know you're still trying to get stable, Polly, and I really appreciate you being here today. All of us, but Polly especially because you had the health issue. Is what I heard is that no election has been honest since George Washington. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Oh, I forgot my cigarette. Oh, well, too late for that. Well, you know what? Do we need to say anything else? We're going to wrap it up, I think. Polly?
Wrap it up.
Is that a toilet? That sounds like a toilet, which is very appropriate.
Like a flush.
A flush.
Uh-huh.
Flush. Well, listen, Rochelle, this has been amazing. Yay. Thank you for being our guest today on the Unknown Zone Talks.
Congratulations.
One more question for Rochelle. Are you into birds?
Tricky question.
Only in Paris.
And you know what? A bird every once in a while is good for me.
Good. Wow.
Yeah,
Good
baby.
answer.
Okay.
A sexy bird. There's nothing like a sexy bird.
Yeah.
Okay, Rochelle. Call me. I'm single. You're single.
Nice.
That's your soundbite, Polly.
I think Polly only came on the show to get
laid.
Get all the guests.
Yes.
Well, the next show, Polly, might be 2 women, so you might, I'm just telling you.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, baby. Well, Rochelle, thank you so much. Phil and Happy Polly, sloppy seconds. Thank you. You did a great job today. Thank you for waiting patiently for me to figure out fucking Zoom, which is the easiest fucking thing in the world.
Congratulations.
And I had trouble. And all right. Thanks, everybody. I'll talk to you soon, Rochelle. I love you guys.
Your nose, in between your toes, smack dab in the middle of your split crotch pantyhose. The Unknown Show.
Talk show.
The Unknown Show.
Talk show.
The Unknown Zone.
Talk show.